What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into something new. We are jumping into the Power Girl one-shot special, issue number 1, 2023. Power Girl is taking center stage, having new powers and a new mission. She is now facing challenges unlike anything she has ever experienced. All of this rising from the events of Lazarus Planet and Action Comics. By her side, she has Omen for guidance. Power Girl now strives to battle the demons literal and figuratively lurking within the mind of some of the greatest superheroes in all of DC Comics. And while she is unaware of it now, Johnny Sorrow, he has been searching for a connection to Earth Zero, and so now she must do what it takes to take him down. With a story written by Leah Williams. Artist and cover artist is Margaret Sauvage. The colorist is the same, along with Marissa Luis. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this special issue of Power Girl, we are picking up with Power Girl and Omen walking through the streets. Everywhere they look, what they see is Johnny Sorrow. On t-shirts, in ads, in movie theaters, Johnny is simply everywhere. And while right now the two of them are not recognizing what's going on, it doesn't take long for Power Girl to recognize none of this is real. All of this seems so very fake, saying that she has to snap them out of this. She does a high kick right to Omen's face. Now her new abilities, learning firsthand how being psychic yields its own special taste of chaos, and how being a rookie psychic really makes chaos even more bewildering. She is able to snap herself and Omen out of this little trance. And this has all been at the hands of Johnny Sorrow, unable to wake up Jonathan Kent. What Johnny has done to him and all the other citizens of Metropolis, he has gifted them with inclusion into a shared psychic vision that both Power Girl and Omen just unwittingly let themselves out of. Now for Power Girl, the Lazarus reign, they really did change her. In a single instant, she was given a whole crap ton of astral data, a psychic stream of information that never ceases, that she never asked for, and she is still yet to even close to master. But even with all of that working against her, she still is Power Girl. With her going in on Johnny, we see him disintegrate and reappear behind her. He is untangible, unable to be punched, unable to be touched. He lets her know that you're not going to be able to hurt me, though you will continue to try for a little bit of time. And in that time, that energy that has really just been misspent, his horsemen have been dispatched from the subtle realms. We have the Pit, the Pendulum, the Poet, and the Piper, scattered across from Seattle to LA, from North Carolina to Gotham City. These horsemen are causing chaos across the globe. But Power Girl and Omen are not stopping. With Omen going in on Johnny, he just laughs at them. He says that Metropolis is merely his dress rehearsal, the shared psychic delusion spreading from one citizen to the next. This increases his overall strength of the people. And all while this is happening, his horsemen have begun their national tour around the country. Once this nation has been taken down, they will go for the world. Looking at Metropolis, we see that people, planes, cars, everything has fallen to the ground. He has activated hell on earth, courtesy of the subtle realms. With Johnny taking off, both Omen and Power Girl are now trying to figure out what the heck they are supposed to do. And while Power Girl can't help but feel a tremendous amount of guilt, as if this is all her fault, Omen lets her know that none of this is because of you, that all that self-doubt is what is holding you back. With getting this little pep talk, we see Power Girl head off. She goes to see if she can connect with the Super Family. Now the Super Family, they are all sitting on the couch, eating popcorn, watching movies, having a grand old time. When Power Girl goes to knock on the door, nobody comes to answer. And so finally she decides she's gonna kick down this door. When she comes inside, she finds that all the Super Family has been knocked unconscious, that they are all also in this shared delusion. Taking the phone from Connor, she goes to get the address of Kara, hoping that she might be able to go to her and seek some kind of help. This is when she goes over to Kara's house, kicks down the door immediately, not even trying to knock, assuming that she is also knocked unconscious. Getting inside, this is where Kara's cat attacks her. Now at first, Power Girl punches this cat right through a freaking wall, praying and hoping that she just didn't kill Kara's cat. The cat comes out, hits her with some heat vision, and so Power Girl grabs hold of her and tries to really calm the cat down. After taking a moment, we see that Kara is knocked unconscious. She had just recently been writing in her diary, and what Power Girl reads is that Kara and Power Girl, at least Kara sees it as them being an extension of one another, an extension of each other's soul. And while Power Girl doesn't see her potential, doesn't see who she truly is, Kara does. Not being entirely thrilled with the way that she read this, she throws that diary and she heads off. She heads off and she begins taking care of all these horsemen, or at least she's attempting to. While she's trying to deal with them, that's when Johnny shows back up. Power Girl wastes no time trying to punch him, trying to fight him. We quickly see their attire change. Her in a beautiful dress and him in a red cape. Johnny is letting her know that he was able to hear her in the subtle realm. For a time, he could hear her pain, her loneliness. It was so potent that it reverberated even so far as the subtle realm. And what this means to him is everything. He has never experienced his own anguish mirrored in a manner as antagonizing pristine as her. He would tune into her every single day, until one day that all changed. He could no longer hear her. It was dreadful silence in an instant. She was his tether, his anchor. When he lost access, he began attempting to tunnel forward into Earth Prime through the minds of people around her. Like a ghost in the machine, he was trying to get back to her. He did all of it for her, because the way Johnny sees it, the two of them are the same. With Omen showing up, we see the Piper quickly take her over, as she gets in line with everybody else. Johnny says that you can save them. You can save all of them. All you have to do is come back to Earth 2. He believes that they are destined for one another, the last two remaining survivors of a fallen world. They could be the Earth 2 Adam and Eve in reverse, repairing their lost world. And once he leaves Earth Prime, his horsemen will come with him. This is when Power Girl hits him with a huge blast, cause she has already watched this play out exactly before with Stargirl. She turned him down too, and she is not gonna go along with this. Flying back to her apartment as a tactical retreat, we see her do an astral punch, take her into an astral-type plane. We see her Kal-El, and she knows that this is not real. She knows that this is just an illusion, but she cannot help her excitement, her joy, her sorrow in seeing him again. Recognizing that her astral punching is what got her in here, she does it again and again until she is finally able to break free. And once she does, that's when she goes after the horseman, going for the pendulum first, and then the poet. Catwoman had already taken care of the pit. She finally figured out that her astral punching, this was breaking the illusions. The horsemen from an alternate reality, she could shatter through them. And so it didn't take long for them to take down the horsemen. This is what leads us to Montana, an old theater. We have Johnny watching this on the big screen. Really, Johnny was just trying to belong somewhere, no longer having his Earth. He wanted to belong. He wanted that with Power Girl. Power Girl, she does give him a kiss on the cheek, but then she gives him a giant astral punch. That's what takes us to the next day. The next day with Omen, they have a surprise, and that surprise is the Super Family. They have all come to make their introductions, to meet those that she hasn't met yet. Meeting the Super Twins, all of them. Then we have the arrival of Clark himself. He has come to really let it be known that you are loved, you are needed, and we want you here as part of our family. Moreover, Kara's cat Streaky, he decided that he wants to go with Power Girl. Though they may have started off on a rough patch, they're gonna make one heck of a team moving forward. And so as they take off for the night, they go back to their home. Power Girl's not really able to sleep. It has been too quiet in her head. The psychic connection broken between her and Omen, no longer having the constant psychic rattling barreling around through her brain. She knows the telepathy came from a piece of the astral plane that she carried inside of her. Whenever she astral punched, that never came from her head, and she does a check. She does an astral punch and she sees that this ability is still intact. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm not gonna lie, I just was not feeling this issue. Now, I get the point of what they were trying to do, it just kind of fell flat. You know, Power Girl got these new psychic abilities, and now, more or less, those abilities are gone. Now, it doesn't even really specify how that happened exactly. You know, it talks about the astral plane, a piece of it inside of her, the Lazarus rain, but it's kind of sloppy. It's kind of all over the place. It's really hard to read. You have to read it multiple times just to truly understand what's going on here. The story with Johnny Sorrow is very interesting. The idea that he is able to hear her, he felt connected to her, and so he wanted to bring her back so they weren't alone, so that the two of them could be together. It's a very sad story. It's definitely appealing, but the story just didn't grab me. You mix that with some of this artwork, you know, not all the artwork is bad, but it's not great either. The way that Kal-El is drawn in this, it just felt so weird. It was very off-putting. Like, it didn't feel like Superman. It felt like some alternate version of Superman. Almost like it's a knockoff Superman, if you will. But they're trying to really revive Power Girl. They're trying to find her place in the DC landscape. And we know moving forward that astral punching is going to be a thing that she is going to use. How that's implemented will be very interesting, and I'm at least willing to see where this might be going. But so far, I'm definitely not out here trying to hurry out and buy this comic. You know, if I were to give this a rating, I would probably put it around like 5, maybe 6 out of 10. It's not the worst story I've read from DC in recent years, but it's definitely not the best. But it does set up a good premise, a good story, where Power Girl might be able to really get the attention that she deserves. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this story, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you caught up on everything that has been going on with Dawn of DC. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.